what's up, you guys? My name is Liz. I've been a member of Team BC since 2013, and more recently, I've been a coach for the BC Girls Instructional League since 2018, and a member of the women's national baseball team also since 2018 as a pitcher. I just wanted to share some words of encouragement during these interesting times that we're in. I know that this time can be tough physically, mentally, financially, and emotionally for people, but especially as athletes, it's really important for us to take this time as an opportunity to succeed and not just roll over and sort of take it as time off. Because we're spending so much time away from the field, it's really important to take this time to reflect on your last season and see what sort of things you need to work towards for your next season, whether that be physical or mental. And you can do so by approaching your coaches, just reflecting on the games that you've had in the past, or if you have had your games recorded, what I've been doing is watching my games and rewatching them with somebody over FaceTime with me. I do this because in the past I've struggled a lot with my mental game. And so when I have somebody there with me, it's easy for me to differentiate between what is a physical error, what is a mental error during the game, and what is something that I've exaggerated after the fact, because sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. Now, the mental side of baseball is a much more complicated talk, but I know a lot of you have been concerned about staying physically fit during this time away from the field, and I just wanted to give you guys some ideas. Now, I know a lot of you don't have home gyms, and I know I certainly don't. So for me, what I was doing is trying my best to imitate what I was doing before in the gym, but with what I have, right? So, for example, instead of doing squats, I would go out and do car pushes, which sound a lot harder than they are, so don't be afraid of them. I've also seen videos online of people doing bench presses with a broomstick and car tires on each end. That was pretty insane. And then I also... for a while I was doing deadlifts with paint cans filled with rocks. So, if you're driven enough, you find a way to get it done. Like, you find a way to do this stuff and keep yourself in shape so that you're ready for the season. Now, in terms of staying in baseball shape, what I've been doing is I have a net set up in my backyard. I have a few baseballs laying around the house. I've just been tossing into the net, trying my best to imitate long toss. I don't have a mound, but I've been going through some flat ground drills, that sort of thing, just keeping my arm warm and alive. Outside of that, for batting, I've just been hitting off of a tee into the net. Now, if you don't have a net, you can go to a school nearby and throw into a fence, as long as there's no sign that says you can't. Outside of that, in terms of fielding, get a parent or a sibling to throw you some ground balls, some pop flies, that sort of thing. If you don't have siblings or your parents aren't willing to, because I know my parents weren't. What I used to do is I used to throw a tennis ball into the fence and field the ground ball and just keep going for like half hour. And I got my work in that way. So the whole point of this video was to say, use this time as an opportunity to improve, to work on your weaknesses, whether it be physical, mental, whether it be rehabbing an injury that you had last season, whatever it takes to make you a better baseball player for whenever the season comes around. Because at the end of the day, your competitors might not be doing the same thing. They might not be working as hard as you, and that's what's going to set you apart.